Good evening. My name is Pastor Darryl Brown Jr., and I have a huge heart for my community. Before I tell you the changes that I want to see in my community, I first want to tell you the principles that help inform the work that I do in the community. The first principle or reality is this, that with regard to the African American community, sexual health is a matter of social justice, because sexual health disparities are very often synonymous with various other disparities we see in our communities. Second thing, social justice work belongs in the mission of the church. Third thing, social justice includes work towards healing as well. That being said, I want to see our community healthy, healed, and free. What does that look like? That looks like comprehensive sexual health education being freely provided in a way that affects the disproportionate way that things such as STIs in general, HIV, unwanted teen pregnancy, the way those things affect the African American community. Secondly, that looks like social determinants of health disparities being addressed in a holistic way. Thirdly, that looks like addressing social determinants such as mental health as well as spiritual wellness. I've tried to do all of these things, address all of these things with the various hats that I wear in our community. As an adolescent health educator, I provide sexual health education to ages 15 to 24. And this year alone, I've had great success by having the opportunity of providing education to over 500 young people in our community. Secondly, as pastor, I've had the opportunity of creating programming that addresses homelessness. And as our church, Kingdom Builders Christian Center, we've had the wonderful pleasure of providing over 4,000 meals to the homeless. Last but not least, I'm the published author of two spiritual self-help books, one addressing mental health and the second addressing forgiveness. The first addresses depression and it is entitled Salvation from the Slump. The second addresses forgiveness as a means to mental, emotional, and spiritual healing. That book is entitled, I'm Positive I Forgive You, How I Forgave the Man That Gave Me HIV. That book details out how I navigated my HIV diagnosis, as well as how I arrived at a place of forgiveness towards the individual that transmitted the virus to me. The books have done great, but things haven't always been peaches and cream with regard to any of these hats and any of these matters. I've had my challenges. Those challenges include a lack of interest with regard to sexual health. I've also had the challenge of finances with regard to sustainability for our homeless programming. Last but not least, I've had the issue of stigma associated with mental health issues and associated with HIV. But regardless of all of those challenges, I yet intend to make a great impact in our community.